to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're in Abu Dhabi here for the IBA Global Boxing Forum. Well, the biggest surprise out of all the people that I've seen here today, of all the huge stars and everyone I've seen here today, the biggest star here is Kingpin himself.
What's going on, my
Kevin
brother?
Johnson. What's going on, brother?
Man, same. It's an honor to see you, man. You know, we in Abu Dhabi, so I'm not just gonna run up to no lady and be like, "Excuse me, I need you in my video." The charges is heavy here. I'm not going around with that, bro.
Yeah, let's not go down that route. Yeah.
I'm not going with that. No. Mm-mm.
How are you, first of all?
I am blessed, man. I'm doing good, bro. It's like I said, it's an honor and a privilege to be here to actually get the phone call to come here. You know, out of all the people in the world, you know.
Okay, so first of all, talk to us a little bit about why you're here today at the IBA forum, which there's plenty of seminars and there's talks going on as we speak now to educate us about their plans to develop the sport of boxing.
Oh yeah, they're going to do a wonderful job here in Abu Dhabi, Dubai. Trying to save. I was listening to Roy Jones talk earlier on how they're trying to actually save boxing from leaving the Olympics. That would be a shame. I remember when I was a kid, all I did was have a dream to win the Golden Gloves, win the Diamond Gloves, go to the Nationals, qualify for the Olympic trials, and then go to the Olympics. That is a dream right there. You take that away from a kid, it's like taking your camera away from you. How would you get your message out there? This is what we need. We have to have this. It's not what we want. We have to have this.
Okay, all right, Kevin. Let me ask you. Obviously, I think the first interview I did with you was many years ago, probably maybe 8-9 years ago, whenever it was. Obviously covered a lot of your fights that you've had in the UK. What's your current state of play in terms of your career? Where are you with it right now?
Right now, I'm actually enjoying the sport. 23 years in the game. It's something you don't just throw in a suitcase and throw it out. If you're getting hit and you're getting hurt and you're getting knocked out, of course, get out of the sport. But everybody know a fighter like me, I'm not going to take much damage and much punishment, you know? So it makes me more subject to come back and do it again. It's just what I know how to do. Some people are great mechanics and engineers and biochemists. I'm just a fighter, bro. That's it, man. Like, I watched the Derek Chisora and Tyson Fury fight. If I ever take any damage like that, I quit. Just like when I fought Anthony Joshua. That was the first time I ever sustained some damage, and I had to step away from the game for a long time to evaluate myself, my mentality, my insanity, my physical being, you know. And I'm pretty good. And I got the phone call to come out here to do an exhibition match before my big date coming up in January in the UK. Coming to the UK to fight Fraser Clark. Fraser Clark. So we're getting ready to do it up real big, you know.
Let me ask you, Kevin, if I can talk honestly, which obviously we've had a lot of honest conversations over the years. Derek Chisora the other day against Tyson Fury, a lot of people have called for Derek Chisora to have retired after losses against Usyk and the two fights he had against Joseph Parker, etc. And Derek Chisora's mentality has always been, no, I retire when I want to retire. I know when it's best for me. There is also a case of sometimes boxers need saving from themselves because you guys have that fighter's mentality that you'll fight regardless of. So I'll apply it to you. Like I said to you, you've on one of my interviews before, you said you were calling it a day. This was a little while after the Anthony Joshua loss. But you still feel your mind and your body is still intact for you to be competing after 23 years in the sport.
You know, my favorite fighter that I like to take a look at is who I've known personally for 23 years, Vladimir Klitschko. I met Vladimir Klitschko with Emanuel Stewart. Before Emanuel Stewart, Vladimir Klitschko got knocked out 5 times back to back. And in the last knockout, it was by somebody who should have never touched him. And everybody said to themselves, this guy needs to quit. He didn't quit and became champion for over 8 years straight after that. So it's not in the assessment of how I feel, it's in the assessment of your corner, truthfully. if my corner feels and sees something that, matter of fact, even you've been talking to me for almost a decade now. If you ever hear, see, or sense anything wrong with me, you would let me know. Like, on a side note, Kev, man, I don't like the way you sound, I don't like the way you look, I don't like the way you stumble stepping, you know what I mean? I've known fighters, a lot of them over decades, who are really messed up. And I'm not sticking around to get messed up. That's why I believe I was taught in boxing first. Safety comes before anything. And that's where I get my style from, of being so safe, but counterpunching so effectively, you know what I mean? And some fighters, they just, like the fight with Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora, we don't know what his MRI say, his CAT scan, you know what I mean? What his neurological doctor would say. Them guys have the key. They say there's nothing wrong with them. Of course, how you gonna tell a guy to step back from over $1 million? What, you gonna give me a job as a personal security guard for $100,000 a year? Okay, I'll step away from boxing. At least I know I'm making $100,000 a year. You know, if you look at the fight with Derek Chisora, and you look at the same fight when I fought Tyson Fury, it was the same exact fight, except for I was so much more safe. I walked out with no bruises, of course, but I fought him 12 rounds, no bruises, no nothing. But it was the same fight. Fury is so hard, and I know Fury personally, you know this. He's so hard to get to. So just because you fought a guy that has I'm an 81 inch reach, so Tyson got to have a 91 inch reach, at least minimum. How can you give up on a guy so long and tall, and then Chisora can get back in there with anybody if he chooses, if it's set the right way? You got so many guys who's coming up now that is set for it, you know?
How are you?
All right, how you doing?
Hey, see you later.
Oh yeah. Are you waiting already?
Yeah.
Oh wait a second. Yeah, this is it. Come on in the video. This is.
So how you say your name again?
How you say your name?
Ruslan.
This is Ruslan. We're doing the exhibition match together.
Oh, this is your opponent, Kevin.
Yeah. We're doing the exhibition match together tonight. We're going to give the people a hell of a show.
Yes.
We're going to make it great. And he's a great fighter. He's up and coming. I look forward to seeing him in the future as well. And this is the reason why I'm doing an interview with you, saying that Derek Chisora would never give up, because you got guys like him who's coming up and coming under, who want to understand what it's like to fight such a tough and great opponent like a Derek Chisora, like myself. Why give up when you have young, hungry pedigrees who's coming up in the game? I'm not going to give up. Derek Chisora's not going to give up. And this man, I know he definitely want to face the best, right?
Yes.
All right then.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Good luck. Definitely. All right. Yes, sir.
Okay, that was interesting.
I never had that happen in the history of boxing before. Yeah.
Let me just get you back in shot 1 sec.
Oh yeah, I never had that happen in the history of boxing with a guy you actually, it's an exhibition match, but it's a fight still, So when somebody walk up in the interview, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like, well, what's good?
Kevin, just fine. I do want to talk to you about where you think Anthony Joshua's career is. Obviously, you fought him quite early in his career, and you mentioned there about sustaining damage in that fight. You were very confident. I spoke to you many times. You were very confident at the time of the fight. It didn't go your way. But how do you think since then his career has gone? He's obviously gone and unified heavyweight world titles. He's had back-to-back losses now with Alexander Usyk. But how have you seen his career kind of progress since he fought you?
There's nothing wrong with Anthony Joshua's career. There's nothing wrong with his style, his training, his strength, his conditioners, nothing. The only thing Anthony Joshua is battling with is that mental break of when you lose a fight. Something happens. I know it. It happened to me. And something clicks. And you got to get back over that, like Vladimir Klitschko did, and many of others did. I've gotten over it, and I've fought many fights after I've lost and came back and won championships, I won the IBF in Australia. I won the IBO here out in Germany. I won the WBU back in Australia. So it's not about the losing. You have to get back over to being a champion, to being a winner. And it's all mental for AJ, truthfully. I watch him fight Usyk. I watch him fight everybody, truthfully. It's all a mental game for him. There's nothing he has to do physically. There's nothing he has to do strength and conditioning-wise. There's nothing extra his trainer's got to do. His is all mental.
Did you think, though, from your fight all those many years ago, that he would go and obviously accomplish what he has accomplished. I mean, people are quick to kind of write him off after the 2 losses to Alexander Usyk, but we have to remember that he's accomplished a hell of a lot in the sport, not just not just in the ring, but also outside the ring, into transcend UK boxing or help towards it. A big part of it.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Cool. Like, people just quick to write somebody off, but when they come back and show you, I've told you, then everybody come back again. You know what I mean? It's happened to all the best of the best. But AJ is going to show people it's not over. I knew after I fought him that the pedigree of the game has changed. These are not these 1990 fighters and these early 2000 fighters. When I came up in boxing, I was considered the big man. I was a big man. 6'3", I was a big man. And then all of a sudden, I'm fighting 6'6", 6'7", 6'9". And then when I was chief sparring partner for what's the 7'2" guy, 7'2" from Germany?
Valuev?
Yeah, Nikolai Valuev. I was chief sparring. The game changed right in the front of my eyes, bro. They got bigger and stronger, and this ain't the same 1990s I came from, you know? So like I tell people, don't be quick to write somebody off. Let them have the will to come back and prove themselves. And if they don't prove themselves, okay, the check is written.
But, I mean, you make reference to people proving themselves. We've got to remember, 4 years ago, Tyson Fury was 26 or 27 stone, whatever he went up to, and people had kind of written his career off then, and look what he's gone and done since then.
You can't write somebody off, bro. That's, you know, one thing a fighter loves doing, which people always seem to do, we like being the underdog. It gives us so much more adrenaline and so much more inner self-confidence and belief than anything in the world. We enjoy it. But at the end of the day, the fans just want what they know they want. They want to see AJ back on top. That's all it is. It's called constructive criticism. That's all it is. They want their guy back on top with them belts back in the UK, and they want to talk stuff like anybody else do. Just like Deontay Wilder. You know, Deontay Wilder got to get them belts back too. Got to get it back to you. We're rooting for him. That's my guy. You know?
What do you think about that potential fight that's being talked about again now between AJ and Wilder?
That's dangerous.
For who?
That's a dangerous fight for. I like. Remember, I think did I talk to you during the Klitschko fight and Vladimir Klitschko and AJ? I couldn't predict one. So
you're saying it's a dangerous fight for both of these guys?
No, for this fight, if AJ let Wilder let his hands go, there's nothing AJ can do against that. AJ really have to box him and stay away. I know them both. I've shared the ring with Wilder for many of years, and if he let AJ come forward and let him start using that back foot, it's over early. But if AJ can dominate boxing on Wilder, like Fury did and push Wilder back, it'll be an easy night for AJ. So, but it's a dangerous fight for whoever established the game plan, the blueprint first. And I see Wilder trying to establish that first thing off the rip. He's going to try to let him feel that Uchi Wooly Wally Wally, you know? Yeah.
Okay, Kevin, listen, appreciate your time, as always. Well, I suppose next time we'll catch up with you. I'll be here tomorrow night, but next time we'll catch up with you after that will be in Manchester. So, against Fraser Clark, which we didn't know about until now. So, we look forward to seeing you. And, yeah, you do your thing. And when you feel it's right for you to kind of call it a day, I'm sure you'll make that decision.
Oh, yeah, 100%, definitely, for real. Yep. Looking to go into promotions anyway. Me and my brother, we want to start our own boxing promotion. So it's going to be over pretty soon. But I just want to become a promoter first, you know?
I'll fight on one of your shows.
Say again?
I'll fight on one of your shows.
You know, I think we got an opponent by the name of Butterbean. He is like right up your
Sign me up. Joke. Kevin, thank you very much, and we'll catch up with you again real soon.
All the best, my brother, always. Thank you.
Top man, thank you very much.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.